so excited that you're here.
I'm so happy to be here. I'm honored to be the first guest on your podcast.
When I told you that I was doing a podcast, what was like the first thing that ran through your mind?
You know the clip of JoJo Siwa where she's like, dream guest on my podcast? That's what I thought of.
And you're the dream guest.
And I'm the dream guest. I'm so honored.
I know, I'm so excited. Okay, so I think we have to tell the people how we know each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we do. Because they don't know.
They don't know.
So we met in 2021.
Yeah, almost 2022.
Yeah, like the end of 2021. And we were both on set for the show Gordita Chronicles.
Yeah, back when we were both working actors.
Yes. You know, when the struggle wasn't as real as it is today.
That's so true.
And yeah, we had like one scene together and
an iconic scene.
Iconic scene. Honestly, my favorite scene of any TV show ever.
You said, baby, there were 10 episodes and yours was
is the best. No, seriously. And maybe I'm biased because I love you and I love me, but I love that scene so much. But yeah, ever since then, we've been friends because we found out that we live in the same city.
Which is crazy because I remember thinking like, you lived in LA. Like I thought, oh, this girl lives in LA for sure.
Yeah, everyone tells me that. And honestly, can I say I'd rather die? Can I say?
Yeah, no, that's totally
right. No, I mean, I like LA for when I'm working, but I mean, right now it's just, I can't.
I mean, I feel like I've met so many actors that say like they rather live anywhere else but LA. And I think that's so valid. That's so fair. Yeah. Especially with at that time where the industry was, I thought it was so normal to live elsewhere than LA. But were you the only girl in the cast that didn't live in LA? Like was the rest of the cast in LA?
No, everyone, there was people from all over the place. Like Noah's in Florida.
Oh, that's right. He lives in Miami.
Yeah, he lives in Miami. But then some people were based in Puerto Rico because we filmed Gordita Chronicles in Puerto Rico.
We did Boricua.
Oh my God, like the motherland. It was so much fun.
Yeah,
Paradise.
Okay. I want to get into the Gordita Chronicles of it all, but in order to get there, I think we need to start from your very beginnings.
Oh my God.
So my first question for you is when was that like deciding moment that you were like, okay, like I want to be an actress?
Okay, so I was lucky in the way that I kind of always knew. Like it was just something that I grew up knowing that I
Maybe you came into this world and you said,
I came into this world
put me on a screen.
Purpose. Put me on a screen, seriously. And yeah, I mean, obviously I also wanted to be like a ballerina and like an astronaut and all those things, but acting was the one that stuck the longest.
Yeah.
And so I never had to be like, what do I want to do when I grow up? I just always kind of knew. And I remember like I'd be 7 years old watching iCarly or something and being like, I need to be doing this.
So when you were like in the car with your mom and that radio ad would pop up of like, does your kid want to be the next Disney Channel star?
Like, yes, mom, call them. Like, please, no. Multiple times I have like throughout my childhood gone up to my mom in tears and been like, I don't know what you need to do, but call Disney up. Like call Disney now.
Disney up
this
right
needs
now.
to happen.
Yeah.
So I was just always very passionate about it. And then in elementary school, I saw a flyer for an after-school acting program.
Okay.
And I brought it to my mom and I was like, I think this is like a really good thing. I would have so much fun. And so I signed up.
Extracurricular.
I know. And that's how you know I really like it because I hate extracurriculars. I do not want to stay in school any longer than I have to be. Yeah. So that's how you know I was serious about this.
Yeah.
So I started taking drama classes in elementary school and it was all theater and musical theater. And that continued throughout middle school. We did a bunch of plays. I remember we did like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Okay. And who were you? And Oompa Loompa?
Well, yes. And, well, yes. And I had 3 parts. Okay. Oompa Loompa, Chickmunk, you know, like in the scene where Violet gets like attacked. So I was one of the like squirrel chipmunk things.
Okay.
And
the variety of your roles.
Right. It really showed my range. And I was also narrator number 5.
Okay, number 5.
They invented a role like that.
Just for you.
Just for me.
Just for you because you were that good.
They said we need more of her. So I killed those 2 lines that I had. Killed it.
Oh, I love that for you. So then you did after school theater.
Yes.
And then did you take any other acting classes outside of school?
No. That was it. All of my experience was in school, which is kind of scary. That's where my foundation is.
You're living in Tampa, right? During this time when you were obviously a kid.
Yeah.
How did you get your agent? Like, how did that work?
So basically, my freshman year of high school was cut short by COVID. So everything went online, and I was like, okay, what am I going to do? Because theater is not happening anymore. I'm going to need to find a way to pursue this outside of, like in a new medium. So my Aunt Samantha lived in LA, and she was pursuing acting. And she was like,
I love your Aunt Samantha.
I love my
Hi, Aunt Samantha. We love you.
Get her on the podcast. Get her on the podcast.
You heard it here. Next guest.
Aunt Samantha. Dream guest on my podcast is Samantha.
Aunt Samantha.
Lindsay, literally. So she was in LA pursuing acting. She had a manager. And during the pandemic, when I was doing absolutely nothing else, she was like, you should take a meeting with my manager and see if she wants to sign you and you can start, submitting self-tapes and things like that. So I remember right before the meeting, I was with my mom and I was crying because I was so scared. I was like, because, it was something that I had always dreamed of, but now that it was like kind of happening, I was like, I don't know if I'm ready for this. And my mom was like, girl, be normal. Like, be normal. Please be normal. She was like, if you don't take this meeting, you're going to regret it for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And so be smart about this. And I was like, you're right. She's always right. My mom is always right. And it's like really annoying.
I can attest. Right. Sabrina is always right.
Dream guest on my podcast, Sabrina.
Sabrina.
My whole family.
Yeah. It's going to be a Ruiz
it's a family reunion.
For real.
So I took the meeting with the manager and she signed me and I started submitting self-tapes. And self-tapes, by the way, were my opening into the industry because I didn't live in LA.
Yeah.
And I wasn't
You really went into this blind.
Yeah, no idea what I was doing or how anything worked. I kind of just was like,
here we go.
I'm still blind. I still have no idea what anything
I can see.
Yeah,
I'm blind.
Literally. Self-tapes, because everything was shut down during COVID, and that's when I started, self-tapes were a really big thing. No one was going in person in LA to audition. So I thank God for self-tapes. I started submitting constantly. I'd say for 8 straight months, I was just going at it. And then 8 months later was when I booked the series regular role in Gordita Chronicles.
I want to smack you because...
I know, and I want to smack me too.
I want to smack you because... So what you're telling me is you didn't go to acting classes outside of just the standard theater in school, right? And
but at that point, when I was signed with my manager throughout that 8 months, I was taking classes over Zoom for film and TV.
Okay, so you're taking workshops.
I was doing workshops and things like that.
Okay, because I was about to say
No. And by the way, I was like, when that happened and I booked it after 8 months, I was like, this is easy. Why does everybody say this is so hard?
Bitch.
But time has passed and I have realized, no, it's not easy. And that will never happen again. And that is so abnormal.
You are one of the 0.1%.
Exactly. And it was 100% right place, right time. It was just everything aligned perfectly. And I'm so grateful for that. But that's not how it is ever.
Yeah, I can attest. That's not how it is.
I know now that is not how it is.
That is absolutely
once in a lifetime opportunity, bro.
Not how it is. Yeah, no, absolutely. That is amazing though. That's so inspiring to hear because like you just said, it's so hard. I mean, for the longest time, my biggest dream as a performer was just to do theme park performing. I just wanted to be over at Disney or Universal, just kicking it up and having a good time as a character or whatever. And that was the extent of my dream. That was when I was in middle school, high school, that's what I wanted to do. I just wanted to perform. And then when I moved from Puerto Rico to the States, that's when I was like, okay, let me get up in this film and TV gig.
Right.
Let me see what it's all about.
It be easy.
Yeah. And just watch me nail it.
Yeah.
But I quickly learned, this shit's hard. This shit is not easy. It ain't for the weak, baby. Even honestly, theme park performing, going into auditions for whether it's Disney or Universal or any theme park, truly that in itself is a beast. You hear the horror stories of people who have auditioned 12, 20, 30, 40 times and still not book anything just with the theme park. And then there are people like you who just that just walk up into the gig. Walk up into the gig and they're like, oh my God, here you go. Here's a contract. Have fun. You're going to be Snow White. You're going to kill it.
That's so annoying.
Yeah. But then I met some good Judies of mine and then they were like, no, let me tell you how we do it around film and TV and how we start, all that fun stuff. And then is when I was like, taking it more seriously. So like, I want to say during COVID is when I started taking film and TV a little bit more seriously. And I was like, okay, let me lock in, let me go to acting classes, let me figure out how the industry works in itself and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So you just said, okay, let me just try.
Yeah, like I'll just try it. And
that's so funny.
Yeah.
And then
crazy.
Gordita came along.
Yeah, and that came along and it was the best experience of my life to this day. Like it was so cool. We filmed the pilot in March of 2021 in LA.
Yeah.
And then
Was that your first time in LA?
No, I had visited because my aunt Samantha, dream guest on my podcast, she lived there. So I had been many times before to visit her. But this was my first time being there for work.
Yeah.
Which was, it's a completely different city when you're there for work. Yeah. When you're there for work, it's like, oh, I love it here.
Yeah, because you're like, I belong.
Yes.
This is where I belong.
Exactly.
I remember going to LA. It wasn't for work, it's for a premiere. Mm-hmm. And it was like that same feeling where it's like, I'm here for something work related.
Right.
And yeah, that feeling no one can really take away.
And like knowing that like people need me out here, like they're depending on me to be out here and they flew me out here. It feels so fancy. And
versus just kind of like wandering the streets of LA being like, ah.
Yeah, and I've been both. I've been the latter more often, honestly.
Okay. Well, Gordita Chronicles comes along.
Yes.
When you first got that audition request and you saw Gordita Chronicles, like what were your initial thoughts of this audition, of these sides, of this title?
Well, I loved the sides, first of all. And I was like, it was the character that I was playing was very much like a kind of rebellious teen girl. And I was like, this is so up my alley. And like, she like in the script has to kiss a boy. And I was like, oh my God, like I was 15 at this time. I still hadn't kissed anyone. So I was like, maybe this is my chance. And I was very excited about it. So then, but the day came for me to like actually sit down and film it. And I
like to do your self-tape.
To do my self-tape.
Which is such a dread.
It is a dread, yeah.
It's like every actor's nightmare. Like you want a self-tape, like you're like, I'm not getting any auditions, I'm not getting any self-tapes, and then boom, you get a self-tape and you're like, I don't want to do this.
I don't want to do this.
I don't want to do this.
Well, at the time I was doing online school. I think I was in my sophomore year of high school, and I was failing my math class because Zoom school. Is this not a safe space?
No, totally.
Oh, okay.
Totally. But like, I'm like, wow, an actress failing math?
Right.
Crazy.
Like never heard of that. No, but it was also because Zoom school felt so optional. And like, if I had a 7 a.m. math Zoom, you know what I would do? I would have my computer, I'd be laying in my bed and then I'd have my laptop. Let me show you. I'd be laying in my bed. I'd have my laptop. I'd log into the Zoom meeting and I'd tilt the camera up to the ceiling and I'd go back to sleep. And the teacher would be like, Savannah, I need to see your face. I need to see your face. And whenever she said that, I'd leave the Zoom, close the laptop, like not my business. Yeah. So yes, I was failing my math class for a little bit of time there.
That's okay.
And this coincided with the time that I got the audition for Gordita Chronicles.
You said, baby, this don't matter. Math don't matter. Well, I'm about to be a famous actress.
Eventually I did. But at first I was like, oh my God, I can't be doing self-tapes right now. I need to get my grades up. Like I was so stressed out. So I know. And me now,
I would have been like, well, stupid. That's fine. When I was in school, I was like, this doesn't matter. I'm going to be famous one day. Yes. Like it does not matter.
And I think that all the time now. But like starting out, I was like, school was like so... I was very stressed out about that because I had never failed anything before. So like having an F in math, that is humbling. Like that is so humbling. So I was like, the last thing I need to be doing right now is filming a self-tape. I need to be getting my grade up. I need to focus on school, whatever. So that was kind of my mindset going into the filming.
I had a teacher in my high school because my high school was specialized in theater. So like during the day we had our normal academic classes and then after lunch we would switch over to theater classes. I remember venting to one of my theater teachers about just like how I'm failing math, or it was either math or girl, it could have been English. I don't remember. And they were like,
speak English.
Yeah, see? And they were like, yeah, that doesn't matter. You're an actor.
So true.
And I was like, honestly, you get it.
Is it toxic? Maybe.
Yeah.
Does it work? Yes. It helps. It helps to be like, this is just my before story. This is like before they become famous.
This is what's going to go in your book.
Yes, exactly. Like I was failing math.
Okay. So Gordita Chronicles, you have the self-tape.
Yes.
You love the sides.
I love the sides.
And you said, all right, time to put this on the self-tape.
Yeah, I was, and I think my like overall energy kind of helped with the character because I was in a bad mood filming it. So I think that helped. Like
you pulled from real experience.
I pulled from my real failing in math experience that I was like, I think I had exactly the energy that I needed for it. So then I film it and then I'm like, okay, Mom, I'm done. And she's like, oh, wait, it says in the breakdown that you have to submit a video of you speaking Spanish for a minute. And I was like, oh, like, I don't want to do that.
Not the no sabo kid speaking Spanish.
Like, literally, I was like, oh, this is like my biggest shame ever. And now they're going to like see me like speaking Spanish horribly.
Fraud. They're going to be like, you're a fraud.
She's a fraud. She's not a real Latina. So
you need to leave.
You need to leave, literally. So I was like, okay, like I told my mom because she speaks Spanish and she refuses to teach me. But now it's like my responsibility to learn. So no excuse, whatever. So I was like, can you write me like a paragraph and like I'll just say it. Like I literally taped a sticky note to the camera and I was like, hola, me llamo Savannah Ruiz. El fin de semana pasado fue muy normal. Like I was like going through it, but I was doing so bad that I was like, I started crying in between every take. And like I would put my eye drops in, do another one, mess up, cry, eye drops, and then it would just repeat and repeat. And I was like, by the end of it, I got like a full take and I was like, okay, I am not getting this. I'm not getting this. If I get this, they'd be crazy.
Oh my gosh, that reminds me of this time that I was auditioning. Because again, my whole dream, my whole goal before like film, TV, all that stuff was to work in theme parks. So I had an audition for Universal Japan to do a contract over there. Fun. And they were like, okay, here are the sides. And then there's a chunk.
Bye.
There's a chunk in the sides in the monologue. That's all like, I don't know if it was I think it was Mandarin.
And not even like phonetically spelled out. No,
it's just like, here you go. I think this is so long ago.
You can't even sound it out.
Yeah, I think this is like so long ago. I think they provided me with like an audio of what it sound like or what it should sound like. Yeah. And I was like, okay.
It's hard.
It was so hard. I remember I submitted it. Did I hear back? No, I did not. No. Did I go to Japan? Absolutely not, but I tried.
You know what? And that's all that matters. And sometimes you try and it works. Sometimes.
Prime example right here. So you do the thing, you cry a little bit.
Yeah, a lot.
You submit the tape.
I submit the tape and then I forget about it. And I'm like, because that's the thing is like, I can't dwell on auditions because if you don't forget about it.
I wish I could do that. I have other actor friends who tell me the same thing. They're like, yeah, I just submit and I just kind of forget about it. I'm like, wow, must be nice.
No, it takes time. At first, like because a lot of the times you really want the audition and you want it to be yours, but if you're going to be doing so many self-tapes that like eventually they kind of like blend into each other. And then it's just like, it's none of my business. Okay. Yeah. Once I put it out there, like that is up to the casting director gods and it has nothing to do with me. So I just completely forgot about it. And then I heard back like 3 weeks later that they wanted me. I got the phone call and it wasn't
a callback?
I got, oh my God, yes. Wait, callback first.
I was like, damn, she didn't get a callback.
No, this was a while ago. I did get a callback and it was straight to chemistry read. So I was reading with like 3 girls that
were being considered.
Yes. And one of them was Olivia, who got the role of Cuckoo.
Our Cuckoo. Wait, so then were you already kind of like decided as Emilia? There was no, because I wonder if like.
I didn't do a callback.
Yeah, you did a full-on chemistry read.
Yeah, but it was over Zoom, so it was like.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, so they hadn't decided who they wanted for Cuckoo, but they had already decided, okay, Savannah's going to be Emilia.
Yeah. Which I understand.
You are
like,
that girl.
Trying to find the lead, I feel like that is like the hardest to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I would be like, get the side characters over with and just like lock in the end.
I think so much of Gordita, like, yes, it was about Cuckoo's journey, but I mean, so was your journey. You know what I mean? Like, I think your part should have been like also, I'm sure it was more important for them as well to like make sure that they got the right Emilia.
Yeah.
When you found out who your mom was being played by, did you freak out?
Yes. And I found out the day, like I was in LA and it was our first day on set, but like we were still minors. So we had to go to set school. So we weren't filming anything, but I was just like in the office with all the other castmates. And then Juan and Diana, who play my parents, came in with Eva Longoria, and this is my first time.
Right.
Yeah,
that's right. Here I am, just completely forgetting that Eva Longoria is just showing up.
She was the director. Yes,
and Zoe Saldana is the producer. I guess we should probably add that too.
Yeah. Just put that in the caption.
Yeah. Mommy. That would have been me. That would have been me if I would have saw Zoe. I
know. I was like, hey, Queen, love you. Like, how do I be
love
normal?
your work in Avatar.
Yeah, like you're so cool. No, so everybody walked in and I was like, holy crap, I know all of these people from things that I've watched. Like, this is so surreal. And I remember.
Let's go over this because Juan, Walking Dead, right?
Walking
Dead. Diane, Dead to Me. Which was huge at that time.
Yes.
I don't even think their final season was out yet.
No,
I think she was like still working on that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Juan is in Walking Dead. Mm-hmm. Diane is in Dead to Me. Mm-hmm. And then Eva Longoria is just
everything.
Yeah.
Desperate
everything?
Housewives. My mom was there too, and she was freaking out because she loves
She was like trying to keep it together.
Yeah. She was, I mean, she's so good at being normal. I'm not. I didn't get that from her. So,
Fair.
Maybe one day.
Yeah.
But
when did you meet Zoe?
I met Zoe after we finished filming, like months after we finished filming.
The entire show or the pilot?
The entire show. And it was for an interview right before the premiere.
Oh, when you did your press junket.
Yes, it was during press junket that I met Zoe. And I sat down next to her doing an interview. And I sat
down next to the presidency channel.
And I said, let's make history. And that's what this is.
And you're making history.
Yeah, that's what that was. Yeah.
And so you sat next to Zoe. And what did you say? You were like, hey, Queen, thanks for the job.
No, she was like, well, she gave me a hug and she was like, I feel like I know you already because I already watched the whole season and I've seen so much of this. And at this point, I hadn't seen any of it because, we were at the premiere the next day.
You were too busy.
I'm busy doing nothing, busy waiting around for the call,
Yeah.
But yeah, she was so nice. She's so nice. And she during interviews, she plays this game where it's like, we all three decide on a word, like yellow, and that we have to incorporate in the next interview. So whoever does it first gets the point. And we do that for every interview. She was really good at making it very comfortable and casual. It was so cool.
I cannot imagine sitting next to at that time, future Academy Award winning actress Zoe Saldana.
Bro, it's surreal. And it's crazy too, because they really are people. They're normal people.
They're just like, hey, how's it going?
Normal, nice people. And it's, yeah.
That's crazy. So Gordita Raps.
Yes.
You did the thing.
Yeah.
You did the show. Oh, wait. And you filmed in Puerto Rico.
Oh, yes. Okay. So the pilot, we finished filming that in a month. We filmed that, I think, in March and a little bit of April.
Yeah. And you had to wait for a while, right?
I had to wait 2 months to see if it was greenlit for season 1. And then eventually I got the call from Eva Longoria herself. And she was like, hey, girl, congratulations. We're going to Puerto Rico in September.
You're just telling everyone, yeah, I got Eva's number.
Yeah. And I was like, I can call her Eva. Yeah. I don't need to say the Longoria. We know each other like that.
First name basis. I'm screaming.
Yeah. So then that was in May that I got the call. So then I had to wait the entire summer until September when we went to Puerto Rico to film the rest of the season. And we were there for 3 months filming, and best experience of my life. Yeah. It was so much fun. Yeah. It was so much. And then that's when I met Onyx. That's when I met him. You, the main character.
I know. So it's so funny because that's right. The main character.
The main character. And you know it.
No, I remember I got my first audition for Gordita, because I had 2. Mm-hmm. My first audition was for the kid who hits on you in the cafeteria and is like, do you want some chocolate milk?
I'm dead.
That was my first audition.
Oh my God.
And I remember I taped it with the coach, and I remember telling the coach, I was like, what is this?
Yeah,
I'm not going to get this.
So random.
And it took so much for me to be like, hey, ladies, do you want some chocolate milk? I was like, this is not
so
it.
Funny.
And then months had passed, I think, after I didn't get that, which was like, okay, whatever. Mm-hmm. I didn't get it. And then I want to say a month or 2 later, casting reached out to me directly. It wasn't my agent. It wasn't casting emailed me specifically, and they were like, can you audition for this role?
Okay.
And I was like, well, yes.
Well, yes.
I can. Yeah. And it was, I think that was Thanksgiving. Wasn't that things? I think
that
it was
Thanksgiving.
It was Thanksgiving.
I was
November. Yes. I remember being like, y'all working?
Yeah, like
I was like, holiday pay?
No, we were off for one day, I think, and it was Thanksgiving.
And that was it.
That was it. And
yeah,
we went back to work.
I literally on Black Friday in Miami, because I was with my husband's family down there for the holidays. So on Black Friday, I was like, I need a taping studio. Like, I don't know what to do. So I found a taping studio in Miami, drove there, did the whole thing, sent it. And I want to say either that night at like midnight or the next night. I remember it was at midnight. My agent was like, I need you to get on a plane to Puerto Rico like tomorrow. And I was like,
and thank God it was you.
I know. And it was so funny because I remember I was with my husband's family. We were doing like a little family gathering and I'm like freaking out that I booked this.
Yeah.
And my husband's freaking out and my husband's telling everybody that we're about to be rich. And I'm like, no, sweetie.
Well, when you don't really know what's going on, that's kind of what you assume.
Right. You just think, oh, dollar signs.
Yeah. No,
yeah. So then I called my dad because I was like, oh, I'm going to need help buying this last minute flight.
Yeah.
So I called my dad and he was like, yeah, I got you. No worries. And it was actually really funny because I said, Dad, I booked this show. I don't know much about it. I just know that Zoe Saldana is like the executive producer. And he goes, Zoe Saldana? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, I got you. Don't worry.
He's like, ticket is booked.
Ticket, literally, he was like, ticket is booked.
Yes, like
go see your mom.
Yeah,
because my mom lives in Puerto Rico. Like all my family lives in Puerto Rico, so I got to like see family. Hire. Yes,
lucky mother.
Listen, my whole career thus far has been local hire.
Yeah, no, me too. Aside from like
Gordita.
Aside from that, like.
Everything else. The local hire grind is crazy.
The local hire grind is serious.
For those of you who are not actors, I think we need to explain this.
You should know this too.
Yeah. Come here. Local hire is basically when you are saying that you will put yourself up, you will take care of your own accommodations, you will find your way there to work on said project.
Yeah. So if it films in LA, like you kind of, and you don't live in LA, you don't have to, but if you want a job, likely you should be like, I do live there and I can be there on Friday.
Yeah. You book the Airbnb, you find a friend of a friend of a friend.
Yes, and sleep on their couch. Like,
rent a car, sleep in the car. Yes. Like whatever you have to do, you just have to make it work. But lucky for me, I have family in Puerto Rico. Yeah, so I was like, Mommy, I'm coming home.
That's so good.
Yeah, it was fun. And so
were you far from set?
No, I think we only lived, because you guys were filming in San Juan. Yeah. So I only lived like 20 minutes away in Trujillo.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It's so such a small island too.
Yeah. No, it was so fun. And then I remember just being able to like catch up with friends and stuff like that. It was really cool being back home for work. Yeah. And then getting to meet everyone and see everyone. Like it was so exciting. It was just like, honestly, maybe it's because Gordita was my first booking, but like that till this day is like my first, like my favorite time on set ever. Yeah.
And it was just such a good energy on set too. Being surrounded by your people is it's such an underrated experience.
I know.
It's like, I have never felt more seen on a set than I did when I was on set with Gordita.
Yeah. I remember, I'm trying to think. I remember arriving to set and then I parked before, like not in base camp. I parked far away and they were like, collecting people, whatever. They thought I was an extra. And I was like, hi, like it's my first time ever on a set, so I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm like, hi, I'm here. I'm playing Ignacio. And they were like, oh yeah, just kind of go stand there. And I was like, okay, not knowing what I'm doing. Yeah. And they're like, wait, come back. Oh wait, you're in the cast? And I was like,
well, yes.
Yeah, Mama, I'm in the cast. Yeah, I'm in what about it? And they're like, oh, get in this van.
I was supposed to be in the
video. And I was supposed to be in the video.
Yeah.
And so they were like, get in this van. I was like, oh, okay.
Okay, kidnapping.
Yeah, for real.
And you were like, yes, please.
I was like, and then I get in this van and I'm in the van with like some of the other producers. And they're driving us to set, and that's when it clicks. And I was like, "Oh, okay, this is how this is going down."
It is overwhelming when I've never done it.
Yeah. So I arrive to set. I meet with the AD, and then she takes me over to hair and makeup, and then I am in hair and makeup with Noah, who played your love interest.
Yes. Other Noah. There are two Noahs on set. One that plays Yoshi, and one that played Rigo.
Right, and
both great.
Yoshi was Gugu's friend.
Yes.
Gugu's love interest.
Yes.
Which we never got to find out.
We never got
to find out how that was going to end.
Noah, who plays Yoshi, he's like my closest friend on the set. And I never had a scene with him because he was always in the other group and I was always with the Bubblegums. Hi, girls. Love you. Oh my gosh.
Yes, the Bubblegum girls.
Love the Bubblegums.
How old is Noah?
He is going to be, at the time?
At the time.
He was, I think, 14 or He was 15.
And you were also 15.
I was 16.
16. Okay, but he was playing younger then.
Yeah, he was playing like 7th grade.
Yeah, because I remember seeing you guys being so close, and I was like, oh, I wonder if they're just close in age. Because I just thought,
and we all kind of were for the most part. Olivia was the youngest, obviously, but we were with her at all times. She's like the best girl ever.
And talk about like no prior like experience. Like
I know. She went on that set with no prior acting experience and killed it. Stole the show.
Not even acting classes? Do we know?
I don't know. I don't think so.
You know, did you know that Jennifer Lawrence, and I think Amy Adams, I would have to look it up, but I'm pretty sure they have said that they've never taken an acting class.
Oh.
Okay, girlie.
For them.
Yeah, I love that for you.
Love that. No, but I feel like a lot of the times when you're too in your head about it, and like this can happen with like when you're in acting classes all the time, when you're too in your head, it loses the sort of natural essence of like a performance. So I get that.
When I was in an acting studio and I was like taking weekly classes, I think that was like the biggest hurdle to jump over because it felt like I had to do a good job to impress my coaches or my acting teachers, and the rest of the class, like I felt like I had to like, you know.
And now you're thinking about doing a good job and impressing people instead of
just doing the job.
Content.
Yeah. Instead of being in character, living in the moment and being truthful to yourself and that character.
Yeah.
So it's just like when I left that acting studio, I was like, I don't know if acting classes, like not to say that we shouldn't take acting classes. I think we absolutely should. We love acting classes. But it's just one of those things where it's like, I think a workshop is great. Like if you could do a workshop here with this person and then do a workshop there with that person, but like being in like an acting studio where it's like every week you're going into the studio with a scene or a monologue and it's just kind of like, I don't know. I think it also depends on the environment of the class, but like that's a whole other.
And the person too. Yeah. To each their own.
So I come to Gordita. I do I find out that I'm on the last episode.
Yes.
Yeah. And then everyone, I will never forget sitting on set with the rest of you guys, and some of you are crying, some of you are already so emotional because it's the last episode.
I'm dead.
And you're all just kind of like, oh my God, it's almost over. No, what killed me, my favorite memory, and I tell this to everybody, my favorite memory being on set is like sitting next to the Bubblegum Girls, and I can't remember who else, like some other girl. And these girls were like, so when's your first class flight back home? When's your first class flight back home? And I was like, oh, girl, I'm on Frontier.
Girl, I'm local. Like
I'm on Frontier. Let's see if I even make it on the flight.
Yeah, right. Like,
but it was just so funny. Like, it was just so funny. Like, good for them, period. Love that. Yeah. But it was just so funny. I'm like 24 at the time, hairline receding. And I'm just like trying to fit in with a bunch of like 14-year-olds.
You fit in perfectly.
Yeah. Well, you know, hair and makeup did some magic. Let's just say that. But I remember just like hearing the girls saying like, yeah, like my first class flight back. And oh my gosh, we're on the same flight together. And I was just like, this seems like so much fun. Like what an experience.
Yeah, that is such an experience. I remember like experiencing that for the first time when I was getting flown out. Then mind you, this is my first time getting flown out anywhere.
Right.
Like this was crazy.
Same thing for like the pilot when you went to LA.
Yeah. Both times they flew me out. A rarity nowadays, you know, but we won't get into that.
Savannah's like, it's been a while since I've seen that first class flight.
Yeah. But I remember like I called my grandpa to take me to the airport. I was like, can you drive me to the airport? And he was like, yeah. So he shows up at like 7 a.m. and he's like, hey, there's a car outside waiting for you. And I was like, tell them go home. I don't know them. I don't know. Who are you? Like, so
I'm your Uber driver. Get in.
Like that's how it felt. And I was like, I go out and I see this it's like a black like Lincoln car and it's huge and it's shiny, and the person driving, I remember her name was Debbie. She was so nice. And she was wearing a
shout out to Debbie.
Shout out Debbie, wherever you are. She was wearing a tuxedo, and it was like, she was like, yeah, I'm here to take you to the airport. And I'm like, why? Me? Like I'm in my sweatpants and my like dirty sweatshirt, and I'm like, okay, like we're going to the airport. Sorry, Grandpa, you got to go home.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Poor Grandpa, he was so excited to take you to the airport.
I know, and I was excited to go. We were going to get like Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
But you know, that's how the industry tears you from your family.
Yeah, see?
Prime example, guys. Stay safe.
And they knew you were going to get Dunkin' Donuts. They say, no, girl.
Oh, no, girl. You're not going to get donuts.
You gotta, don't be eating no donuts now.
Right.
Remember you telling me that for the pilot, your dad went with you, right?
For the yeah, I think my dad was with me. It was just me and him for the first week, and then my mom met us out there.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
But in Puerto Rico, your mom was there the entire time.
Yeah, they switched back and forth a lot of the time for Puerto, because it was like a 3-month period and they have work. So it was nice that they even stuck around with me. But I was 16 and scared and like not independent at all.
Yeah, it sucks. I didn't get to meet your mom on set. That would have been so fun. I didn't meet your mom until I found out that you lived close to me, and then I got to meet her and your whole family, which was, I love them.
Amazing. They're
I know.
best.
Love Mama Sabrina.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mama Sabrina. We dream guests on our podcast. Yeah.
Our podcast. I'm like, I own it now.
Yeah, it's hers now. So we have to talk about it, but getting canceled.
Yeah. Okay. Well, okay. I'm going to talk about the premiere first, because the contrast, like the whiplash from going from like the best week of my life to the worst is crazy.
Was quick.
It was so fast. So the show comes out in June of 2022, and it's so well received and everybody's loving it. And the best part,
LA Times are saying that it's such a good show.
Yes, they said sitcom of the summer, girl of the summer. Like, hello, that's so cool.
What was the song of the summer that year? I'm trying to think. Wait,
who would remember?
I don't know, but we know what the sitcom of the summer was.
And no, don't forget it.
Period.
Don't forget it. My favorite part was seeing everybody on social media really resonating with Gugu and like the show itself. It was just so.
You were getting fan art already. Like, I remember I sent you a screenshot. I was like, girl, you got fan art already.
I know.
People are making.
And I was like, this is why I'm doing this. Like, when I saw my first edit of myself, I was like, yes.
On TikTok?
Yeah. I love seeing TikTok edits, but I will say most of the TikTok edits are like the cute boys in the show. So you'll just see like my nose or like in the corner, they'll like crop me out.
Like,
they're like, it's not about her. It's not about her. But I respect it. I love being in edits, even if it's just my ear or my nose.
Yeah.
This is why I do it. I became an actor to get edits.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly.
It's so much fun.
And to be told how pretty you are and how talented you are.
Like, I just love it. So the show comes out. It's the best. I was very emotional in a good way, because it was like, I wish I could just like take my younger self and tell her like, hold on, like sit tight. I'm doing it. Like, you know, it's going to be so good. And it was so good for like 2 weeks.
It took only 2 weeks for
2 weeks.
Oh.
So sad.
For me, it felt like a month at least.
I think it was 2 weeks. Or maybe it was a month. I don't know. My concept of time, I was in psychosis.
Yeah. You were like living your best life.
Yeah, you know, it was crazy. I remember we were driving around all of Florida to like find the billboards. We went to Miami and like took pictures. I know they had a billboard in Times Square.
They did.
So cool. Oh my God. But yeah, I mean, however much time passed, I don't know, but it was fast. It was like very soon
So let's
after.
revisit this. You said, so you wrapped filming, and then in summer, I remember because it was my dad's birthday, I think is when the show came out, June 23rd.
June 23rd or 22nd. June 23rd, I think.
Yeah, I think it was June 23rd because that's my dad's birthday. And they dropped all the episodes.
Yeah.
Which I don't know why I was thinking maybe they'll drop all of them.
Weekly.
Maybe they'll just drop one weekly. Right. So you wrap filming, you do press, you do the premiere. How was the premiere?
Oh my God, the premiere was amazing. And it was so weird to be like on a carpet and like getting pictures taken of you and like having people yell at you. It was just so crazy. And like you can only smile for so long. I remember being like, can I go stone faced now? Like,
yeah, I remember when I did the premiere for juror number 2, and me and the cast had breakfast. Yeah. And Cedric Yarbaro, who's in the film with us and is such a sweetheart, he was telling us like, do not listen to these photographers. Yeah. You do whatever you like want to do. If you don't want to smile, you don't smile. If you do want to smile, then you smile, but don't do anything because they asked you to do that. Right. Did you get that pep talk at all before?
No, I didn't. I was doing everything they said, like a good little girl.
Going into this blind.
You want the left side? You want the right side? But I know now. Like I saw a clip of Miley Cyrus, and they were like, keep the glasses off, and then she put the glasses on to piss him off. It was so great, and I'm like,
exactly,
that's what you need to do.
Because like, who are you to be yelling at me and telling me what to do?
Right. Yeah. Like you get what you get. But no, the premiere was so fun. They had performers. You know who performed?
Pitbull.
the Pitbull performed at the Gordita Chronicles premiere, and it was amazing.
I could have seen that happening. Yeah,
I could have too. No, it was so cool. We saw they had good food. I remember sitting on the like couches on the on the bottom, watching us on the big screen, watching the pilot. Which like I hate watching myself, so
it's an experience.
Yeah, I was like, for my parts, I was like, oh, but for everything else, I was like, yes, clapping and cheering. But it was so much fun. I had a blast. And press was really cool. Press was overwhelming though. Like it is a lot. And you have to like, I always like rehearse my questions and like say like topics of conversation that I want to keep up just so that I'm not like, I don't know, you know? So it was a very new experience that I was thrust into, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. And then, yeah, the show came out after the premiere.
All that stuff.
After all of that stuff.
So it comes out, like we just said, well received.
It was
sitcom of the summer.
Sitcom of the summer. There was no sign of anything bad happening. Yeah. Which is crazy.
So then you said it took like 2 weeks later,
I think,
for them to call. Yeah. Who called you? It was
Claudia and Bridge, the producer and showrunner of the show.
Who we love. We love you, girls.
If you girls are seeing this, I miss you. Let's link, please.
Let's link up. Let's do another show together.
I'm so ready and willing.
So then they call you.
So they call me and they're like, hey, so we have news. And I'm like, season 2! Season 2 is happening. And they're like, so it's not our favorite news.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, okay, what's going on? And they were like, basically, there was a big merge happening between Warner Brothers and Discovery Plus, whatever that means. But apparently, HBO Max was moving away from children's and family programming.
Yeah, they didn't want to focus on that anymore.
They didn't. So they axed about 70 shows and
us being included.
Us included. But at this time, it was more of like, it's not over yet. We're going to shop it around to other networks and like, you know,
see what we can do.
See what we can do. So like, there's still hope, but just for now,
it's canceled.
That's what's happening.
Yeah.
So I was devastated.
Yeah, of course.
Obviously. I wish my mom was here so she could tell you how much of a mess I was. Like I was so upset by it. And then some time goes by and I'm just kind of like anxiously waiting to see if, you know, any other service picks it up.
How was that like?
It was terrible. I was like in a very, like this.
Because obviously you weren't a part of that. You were just waiting by the phone.
Waiting by the phone. And the not knowing is so hard. And obviously like, they're not going to be like, hey, Savannah, update.
Yeah.
like, you know,
hey, I'm meeting with Netflix today. I'll let you know how it goes.
I'll log you into the Zoom and you can join. No, like that's not going to happen. But it was so hard just like thinking what was going to happen. I was just like going over and over in my head of like, I can't lose this. Like this is what I've
wanted for so long.
My whole life. And like,
mind you, you're only like 15. So
yeah, my whole life ahead of me.
Your whole life isn't like,
you know, it felt like at the time.
Yeah,
you know?
Sure.
So some time passes and I finally get the phone call that I've been waiting for from them again. And they're basically like, so we've shopped it around to other networks and dust.
Nobody wants us.
Let me ask the audience. No, nothing. Silence. Nobody wanted it.
Damn.
And that was heartbreaking to hear. So it was canceled at that point, like for
truly
sure, truly canceled. And it was like solidified. And I was like, okay, well, like at least I can still watch it. You know, at least I can go back and see it and reminisce and everything. But then it comes out that HBO Max is removing it from the platform.
Completely.
Boom. You could have just punched me in the face. That is
double
crazy.
Homicide.
It was blow after blow with this, and I was like, "How this year was simultaneously the best and the worst of my life."
Yeah,
like,
and it's just so quick, like how you have it all and then you lose it all.
Right, and then because
that's just how this industry is.
I can't help but feel so bad for everybody else that worked on the show, especially Claudia. Like this is her story, and all the crew and cast. Like we were just kind of like left stranded, I feel like. And then for a long time, it was off the platform, like over a year. And I remember the hardest part was like when I would talk to people about acting and they'd be like, have you been in anything? Like, can I watch you anywhere? And I'd be like, yeah, I have, but you can't watch it. You just kind of have to trust me.
Yeah. I promise I was on a TV show.
Yeah. Like you can't watch it.
a resurrection happened.
A resurrection, the second coming of Jesus. Like, Jesus was seen. And
show it to me, Rachel.
Yes, I remember. I don't know how I got the news. This was kind of all a blur. This was in 2024 that 3 streaming services were picking the show up so that it could live there. We weren't getting a second season 2. But at least it was going to exist. And then I could like watch it again. And I could be like, people. Hey guys, look, this is true. I wasn't lying. So it was picked up by Hulu, Tubi, and Disney Plus.
Yes.
The big 3.
Big 3.
Thank you so much.
No, I remember, well, it's funny because on social media, they had teased it almost as like season 2 was kind of coming. Like it was weird. It was weird. And then it was announced that, and then this Deadline article came out that said Gordita Chronicles gets a second life at Tubi. And so that wording.
That second season?
Number 2?
Even I was like, oh my God, guys, we might be going back. Time jump.
Yep. Ignacio lost his hair.
Right. Like you're becoming a main, you're series reg.
Yeah.
Series reg.
Oh, that's, so in my head, that was my own journey. Well, because I remember when we wrapped, when I wrapped, like for the day, when I filmed my scene, Brigitte came up to me and she was like, oh my God, you're so talented with comedy. Where do you live? Like, you're so good. And I was like, oh my God, I was like, thank you so much. Well, yes. And so in my head, I was like, oh, I'll be back.
You gagged.
Yeah.
Gagged.
And then I remember when I posted like my little Insta pic of like the trailer and everything. Byron, who was the
casting director.
Yeah.
Byron, we love you. Byron, let's link. Please.
Let's link up. Byron, he commented and was like, oh, we're definitely gonna see you again. I was like, baby, when I tell you that was my pinned comment, I think it so still is my pinned comment.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, I'm coming back for sure.
100%.
Ignacio is coming back.
No,
bitches.
we all thought we were coming back.
We all but did. The gag is no one came back.
None of y'all coming back. Yeah, unfortunately, no one came back.
Yeah. So okay, Gordita gets officially canceled. It's done with. What were your auditions like after Gordita?
I was auditioning for everything.
Yeah.
I rarely turn down an audition because I'm kind of like I'll take an opportunity.
Yeah.
Like,
But did you feel like the opportunities were bigger in size?
I feel like as I got older, like when I first started out, I was getting a lot of Disney Channel and Nickelodeon. As I got older, I was seeing less of that and more feature films and things like that. And I think that just has to do with, aging out of certain, things. Yeah. So it definitely, I was auditioning for all types of projects, feature films, indie films, series, pilots, things like everything, even voiceovers and things like that.
Yeah.
So, which is funny because I don't have voiceover experience, but I've booked too.
It's okay because you clearly with you don't have to have any type of experience and they will hand it to you as they should.
I just have that aura, I guess.
Yeah.
No, I'm just
There's
kidding.
just something about you.
Yeah, I don't need any experience. That's crazy. I wish that was true all the time. But it's only every once in a while.
Yeah.
But
so auditions are coming in and out, like nothing's really happening. But I feel like last year you had a pretty big boom.
I did. And you know why? I was writing down affirmations.
Period.
And I'm not the type to be like that, but I'm like that now. Because my parents were like, they had an intervention. They were like, you are so negative about yourself and your career. Yeah. And they were like, how about you try just like writing down 5 affirmations every day for a month?
Yeah. And like on your notebook?
Yeah. And I was like, okay, I'll try that. And at the time I was working at an elementary school. So when I was at work, like in the morning, on my break or whatever, I would just write down these affirmations. And I remember on my drive home, I was going to work and I was going to school at the same time. So on my drive home from school, I would always pass by this billboard for the Pitt. And I would look at this billboard at the stoplight. It was above the Hooters. Like I know exactly where it was. And I'd be like, damn, when is it going to be my turn to be on like something like that? Like I would just, I would see it and I would just like be yearning for something. Yeah. And
spoiler alert.
Yeah, the gag is.
But the gag is you were in the Pitt.
I was in the Pitt.
Okay, so
I eventually got casted.
You got cast in the Pitt season 2.
Yeah.
But I remember you telling me how you didn't even want to audition and how you felt like this was the worst audition of your life.
Yeah, and there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that because I got the audition and I was like, okay, this is a lot of pressure because this is a good show and everybody's eyes are on it. So I wanted to audition and I was like, okay, but it feeling that pressure, it kind of like, stops you from like, I don't know. I was very hesitant. And then I filmed it and I sent it to my agent. And one of my agents at the time was like, hey girl, refilm that.
They say
do that again.
Take two.
And I was like so embarrassed. I was like, oh, I failed. Like there's no way. But
it's true what you said. Like it's like the pressure of it all.
Yeah.
I remember last year it was 4th of July and I'm sitting here with Kevin and we're watching TV and I get an email from my agent at the time and he was like, you have an audition for the morning show.
Oh, gag.
Time stopped.
Yeah.
My heart stopped. I could not believe it. This wasn't even a booking. It was just an audition. And I was like, wait. And I love the morning show.
And it's like, how do you be normal about this?
Yes. Like, how do I just like go into my self-tape room and just do this right now?
Right. Exactly.
So I taped the thing the next morning because I was like, I just have to get it out.
Get it over. I feel the same way.
I was like, I have to get it over with. Spoiler alert. I didn't book it. I was not in the morning show, but that's okay.
Getting the audition. They could have turned you down for the audition.
Yeah. They could have just been like, no, thank you.
Yeah. So that's always a win.
And it didn't happen. But okay. So you do this. How long did it take to hear back from the Pitt?
A few weeks.
Yeah.
I did it. I refilmed it with the notes that my agent gave me. And I was like, oh my God, they hate me. They're going to fire me, blah, blah, blah. Like,
they're dropping my ass.
Yeah, they were dropping me like this. I've really done it this time. So I refilmed it. They were happy with it. I sent it in and I waited a few weeks. And then I got the email that they wanted me for 3 episodes.
Period.
Which 3 episodes on an Emmy award-winning show.
Baby, that's money.
I'm gagged. Like I'm very grateful for that.
See, don't, and when you don't book often, but when you book, I book. Boom, series regular.
Yeah.
Boom, Emmy nominated show.
Yeah, and the universe makes me wait. It makes me wait all the time. But I'm happy that I'm doing it consistently enough that like I get a few projects every year. Yeah. No matter the scale or whatever, as long as I'm working, I'm happy.
I know, because right now you're working in the indie world. You just wrapped,
I wrapped on an indie film called The Last Time, which will be out eventually one day.
At some point. That's the one thing with indie projects. Is like you're like, at some point this will resurface.
Well, even with huge projects, I'm like, any news, guys? I'm hearing crickets. Like,
yeah.
Like, seriously. But yeah, so then I flew out to LA.
Because you were a
local hire.
Yes. My local hire queen.
I flew out to LA and I was there for 40 days and 40 nights. And I felt every hour of every day.
Did you, by this point, how old are you?
This was
last year, right?
This was in the summer. So I was still 20.
20. Yeah. So you're like a full-on adult. Like you don't need mommy, you don't need daddy.
No, I'm out there by myself.
Yeah.
And I'm driving a car
in LA. That's scary.
Worst place. But now I feel like I can drive anywhere.
Yeah, no, for sure.
One thing about LA, every left turn, unprotected.
No. Yeah.
And I can't do that.
Well, it's also like Miami. If you can drive in Miami
that's true
and LA, then you can totally drive anywhere.
And I feel like in Puerto Rico too, because if you're driving up those mountains,
lawless land, baby. That's a lawless land.
You make the lane on your own terms. Like
I remember when the times that I've gone back to film something in Puerto Rico, and we have like cast members from like LA or from wherever, I always have to explain to them so rules don't exist here.
Yeah. No, just when it's clear, you go.
Yeah, you just go.
When it's clear, you go.
If there's a red light and no one's around you, just take it. Yeah, just go. Ain't nobody gonna stop you.
No one cares.
No one's gonna stop you.
Yeah.
So you're in LA by yourself filming The Pitt, working on the Warner lot, right?
Yeah, the Warner Brothers lot. Yeah.
When you did Gordita, it was the Sony lot.
Yes.
Was it?
Yeah.
So this was your first time working in the Warner lot.
Yeah.
Which is historic.
Crazy. And it's so cool because I have visited LA in the past and I've taken the tour. And now being able to be there, working there, and I'm hitting all the tour stops on my lunch break.
Yes.
Just for fun.
Oh my gosh, did you see anybody outside of the Pitt that was also working on the lot?
Yeah, they were filming Abbott Elementary.
Did you see Quinta?
I did see Quinta. I didn't say hi because I'm a loser, lame old
Are you
nerd.
kidding me? I would also be terrified to say hi.
I know. I couldn't. I was so nervous.
But you just saw her from afar. You're like, oh my God.
Yeah. Oh my God. and I think they were filming Euphoria too. I didn't see anyone. I saw like extras going by, and I was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" They were like, "We can't tell you." And I was like,
Well, mind you, I'm on the Pitt season 2, so
I'm like, I'll tell you. Like, right. But yeah, it was so cool to be on the lot, and filming was so insane because
that show's intense.
It's intense. Like if you watch the show, you know it's like you feel like you're clocked in.
Mm-hmm.
So being on set and walking on to onto the soundstage, like it is a hospital. Like every single detail is there. It was surreal. Like going from watching the show to like being on set, I felt like I was in a dream. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like it's crazy. And it's really cold on set. Like to the point where hair and makeup wear hats and scarves and gloves, and we have hand warmers and coats. Oh it is so cold on that set.
I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, not me, your other dad, my husband.
Okay.
He has a question for you because he loves The Pitt. I've never seen it. Mm-hmm. I will watch it now that my daughter is in it.
It's really good.
He wants to know though that because the show is so medically accurate, are there doctors on set?
Yes, they do have medical professionals on set that will kind of come in before a scene and be like explaining things.
Like this is how this would work.
Yeah, yeah. And it really like the actors do so well. Even like they always look like they know what they're doing. Mm-hmm. And like even when they really don't, you know, it's like they're just so talented. But yeah, they have medical professionals on set, and that's why it's so realistic.
Yeah.
It's and they have all the crew members in scrubs as well. Like, I don't know, to immerse. Or like
to immerse.
Or like, I don't know, maybe if they like, catch him. I mean, they're not going to catch him in the background. Though.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I feel like I did hear about a production that did something similar where the crew was wearing like costume pieces in case they
I know with
caught.
like Barbie or like Greta Gerwig, she always like dresses for her movies, which is so cool.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You show up to your first day on set in scrubs and you're like,
hey y'all. And they're like, you're a visitor.
Like, what are you?
Oh, right.
You're like, what are you doing? But you're like, I'm ready to just sit, like, sub in for a doctor if needed.
Yeah, if you need, like, I don't
my character could totally
promote me. Give me a job.
Yeah, my character could be in med school. Why not?
Yeah, sure. Just write it in.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so it was cool. The days I was in hospital room 6 the whole time.
That's where you lived.
That's where I lived, in room 6. And yeah, I'd be there on days when you don't have lines, you still have to be on set because they could catch you in the background.
Yeah. So, and it has to stay accurate.
Yeah, and it has to, so like you have to remember where you were the day before,
right,
and then be in that same spot.
So they will put you in this room and then they'll just go about their day. Yeah, and Savannah's just twiddling her thumbs.
And I'm like watching out the window and like
you're like,
wow. But watching the scenes happen is so cool.
Yeah,
because like these are incredible actors, and like seeing it happen in front of me, I can't wait to see it translate onto the screen. It's so cool. And I got to meet Noah Wiley, which was really cool. Yeah. And he was like, your self-tape was beautiful. And I was like, thanks.
Okay,
but I was like, wait, you saw it? Like
isn't he a producer?
Yeah.
That's
so he's very involved, which makes sense, but that's so totally embarrassing. Like you saw it, like the self-tape that I was so embarrassed about.
And then you were like, I hate this shit. It's so funny because I just remember you telling me like, I had this audition. I hated it.
I bombed it. I totally bombed it.
My agent made me do it again. It's definitely not going to happen.
Yeah, I remember telling you that. We were at like lunch or dinner.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah.
It's so cool. And then you just went to LA and you did the thing. I am so happy for you.
I know.
That's exciting.
Thank you. I'm very proud of myself for proving that I could do that. Because I'm very dependent on my family a lot of the time.
Well, since I've known you.
I love my mommy. Like,
mommy. No, it's because for as long as I've known you, you've been with your mom or your dad because you were so young. Like,
I started off as a minor in the industry, which is like you get like if they're flying you out and they give you a first class ticket, they're giving your mom a first class ticket too.
So your mom's like, thank you.
Yeah, of course. But now once I turned 18, that didn't apply anymore, and I just had to start going places on my own, which is scary. But I know now that I can do it, and if I can drive over the mountains in LA, if I can do unprotected left turns, I can do everything. Seriously, it's an issue out there, and I think LA, if you're watching this, I think you should address this. The unprotected left turns are very concerning and unsafe. Do you agree or disagree?
I mean, when I went to LA, And I drove. I don't know how I did it. I think I went in autopilot and just kind of blacked out a little bit.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Because I remember Kevin being so scared for me to drive in LA.
Yeah. Also, parallel parking is the only parking.
Well, that doesn't matter where you are. Parallel parking just terrible in general.
Everywhere. And
it's on site.
And I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, well, no, me neither.
I don't know how to do it.
The girls and the gays don't parallel park.
Yeah. Like, I feel like if you live like upstate or like New York or something where you have to like parallel park everywhere, then you kind of have to to learn.
Well, you know, you've done LA, you've done Puerto Rico. Next is New York, baby. We just got to get you upstate New York.
Let's go to Broadway.
Broadway. You sing though, don't you?
Yeah, like allegedly.
The streets are telling me that you sing.
Streets say I sing. But I mean,
that a goal?
Like eventually, I'm not really focused on going back to theater, musical theater right now.
Have you gotten any auditions for theater?
No, I'm not really in that world right now. I haven't done theater in a long time, but I definitely do want to return to it at some point in the future. Like I would love to do even like local theater. I don't care. Like, being back on stage.
Savannah, so I guess we have to end this podcast with just asking.
We've been yapping.
No, we have been yapping. But before we go, I have to ask, what's next? What are your affirmations? What are you putting out into the universe that you're like, good. I'm going to do this next and this is what's going to happen. Like what's next? Tell me.
What's next? That is the question of the hour. That is the question that I've been asking myself for 5 years.
You woke up today and you asked that question.
I said, what's next? I can't be up here. Like I guess, I don't know. I want to keep working at it. And I think I need to stop getting in my own way and like undermining my own skills because I know what I'm capable of. Yeah. And my biggest like struggle is thinking that everyone like on my team or everyone around me is like telling me I'm doing a great job, but they're lying.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why? Like, just tell me the truth, guys. But I know that they would tell me.
I don't believe agents. I don't believe managers. I'm the same way. My manager tells me all the time, "You're so great. You're so talented." I'm like, "Girl, shut up."
But are you sure?
No, I'm just like, "Girl, shut up." No, I'm not. Like, you know it. I know it. Yeah. That's why I'm doing this podcast.
Right. Yeah. I just think I want to reframe my mindset and have a little more confidence in myself. And if a series reg finds me this year, it finds me.
Hey, but you know what? You've done it once. You can do it again. Yeah. And I think that's the biggest thing because I remember like after juror number 2, after that success that I had, nothing happened. Like 2024, like we wrapped in 2023 and I thought, okay, in 2024, all these doors are going to open. I'm going to have all these auditions. It's going to be crazy. And crickets, like barely anything was coming my way. And so I was just like, okay, well, I guess it's just never going to happen for me. And it doesn't matter how big of a win you have. And I think that's the moral of the story here. It's like you can be a series regular on a TV show or work with an Academy Award winning director. And you think that it's going to open doors for you, but this industry is so unpredictable that you have no idea what's going to happen. And I think it's like just, all you can do is just stay true to yourself and keep working at it. And I told Kevin this and I was just telling him like, like it's never going to happen. And he's like, but it's happened before.
Period.
Right? Like you auditioned for this film and so did 800 other people and you beat out all 800 of them. So same with you. You probably auditioned against like thousands of girls for Gordita and it happened. So if it happened once, it can happen again.
Who says it can't happen again?
Period. Well, my love, it was so fun having you on my very first episode.
Thank you so much for having me.
Will you come back?
I'll come back. I can talk. Can we do like a 10-hour episode? I can keep
Let's just live stream it.
Yeah, let's live stream. It'll be a 24-hour podcast. It'll be so much fun.
Well, no, I'm so excited. Everybody catch Savannah in the Pitt season 2, streaming now on HBO Max. Yay. Head on over to Disney Plus, Tubi to watch Gordita Chronicles. Let's keep it alive and well.
Yes.
Until then, see you on the next one.
Mwah.
Bye.